Hey guys, what's going on? BMcG here, and today we have a showcase on my rank 5 Man-Thing. I took this guy to rank 5 primarily for Battlegrounds and Alliance War defense. Man-Thing is probably my second favorite Mystic in the game. My first favorite is Spider-Man Supreme, if you guys did not know. They have some similar things in common, like they put buffs on the opponent and use those to punish the opponent, which I think is really cool. It's such a cool mechanic for Mystics to place buffs on the opponent, because sometimes it could fuel Mystic Dispersion like it does with Man-Thing here. And he's an absolute beast to play with. He's not the fastest champion out there, but you get him going with some synergies, and the damage is just like really good. And I also have the 6-star Juggernaut relic at rank 2, so it really actually helps Man-Thing out there. When I charge my heavy attack, I regenerate. So if you guys noticed there, I regenerated the chip damage I got from getting hit while I was charging my heavy while I was unstoppable. So it's just like a really cool, relic, and yeah, I just love Man-Thing a lot. He's one of my favorite champion designs in the game. I think he's wonderfully designed. Right there, I was kind of stupid. I thought he was going to dash at me. You can use the heavy attack Unstoppable to cause the opponent to dash at you. Or intercept them easily while they're dashing at you, is what I tried to say. But the special 3 here on Man-Thing is actually a really solid special attack, because it gives him a really strong Fury buff based on his passive Agitation. So if you have some synergies along, you can get this Agitation above 100, and the special 3 Fury becomes really potent, and it's really easy to get to with Mystic Dispersion 5 out of 5 like I'm running here. So you guys will see after this clip, we'll go into this the Juggernaut fight in Realm of Legends with a full synergy team, and the damage is really impressive. But yeah, we're about to finish this fight off. We just need to drop a couple more hits. I keep getting hit, it's not a big deal. Man-Thing takes less damage from critical hits. Critical hits deal the same amount of damage as basic hits because they have no crit damage modifier against Man-Thing, which I think is really cool utility, because if you screw up or get hit, it won't hurt as much. So here's the synergy team. We've got Sasquatch, CGR, Attuma, and Baron Zemo. The two really important synergies here are Cosmic Ghost Rider and Baron Zemo. Baron Zemo allows us to gain a vicious buff every time we launch a special attack, which increases the potency of our damage over time effects. And CGR allows us to gain, I think it's 5 or 10 agitation every time we nullify a buff, which is pretty important for Man-Thing, like I said, for that agitation, because right there, if you guys noticed, I think we had like 130 agitation when we launched the special 3. So this Fury buff that we're going to get is really potent, and you're about to see some really solid numbers from Man-Thing. So we've got that vicious buff here, and then now that we nullified all those toxic buffs with our heavy attack, we're getting like 14,000 damage per second in terms of poison, which is really solid. I'm saying really a lot. I apologize, guys. I don't try to do like scripts for these videos because I don't want it to sound like I'm a robot. So that's just going to lead to me repeating things. But yeah, Man-Thing takes down this Juggernaut in 37 hits. That is 545,000 health. Down in 35 hits or 37 hits. So if you do the math, that's almost 15,000 damage per hit. So really solid stuff there. I mean, obviously the damage per hit isn't actually true because it's all damage over time, but you guys get what I'm saying there. Next up, we have Venom the Duck in 6.4.1, just to try to show him against like a battleground style health pool. And believe it or not, Man-Thing is actually a kind of decent dual threat if you know how to use him. And you have to be running 5 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion, and then he has to be against a champion who doesn't have an insane amount of buffs, but a couple of buffs you can nullify. Otherwise, you'll be getting to your special 3, and you don't really want to do that in Battlegrounds, because that just takes a while. So, Venom the Duck here goes down in about 50 seconds, I think. Let's see if it pops up. Don't know if I edited it out. Yeah, so, yeah, just under 50 seconds. So, really solid stuff there. But now we're going into some story content, just Man-Thing, no synergies. These fights would have been a lot faster if we did have the synergies, but I figured I'd just go, no synergies, rank 5 Man-Thing, just to show you guys what he's all about. So this lane here, it's a fun one. If you hold block or charge your heavy, you gain a power gain buff while doing so, and that allows Man-Thing to just easily start cycling specials. And then once you pair that with his Mystic Dispersion, you're just like never having to worry about getting power for your specials. When playing Man-Thing right, you're essentially only using your medium attacks every now and then, but mainly specials and heavy attacks, because you want to nullify the buffs you place, and then nullify them with your heavy, and then place more buffs with your specials. So he's just really solid overall in my opinion. Like right here, just drop the special 2, and the buffs he places just fuels his power, which is my favorite thing about Man-Thing, is how he interacts with Mystic Dispersion. Because right here, we launch the special 2, and we get back to like almost a bar and a half of power after using the special 2. So it's just really cool stuff. I think it's a really cool design there. I don't know if you guys noticed, I heavy charged into my special 1 to try to get the regen from the relic, which I thought was a fun little thing to do. The relic also, or the striker, gives you a berserk buff. So if you are attacking the opponent while unstoppable, you gain extra attack rating. So if you charge your heavy into your special 3, that whole special attack will be benefiting from the increased attack rating from the berserk buff. So now we drop the special 3 here. He punches Man-Thing in the gut, and his arm starts burning, and he's freaking out because he can't pull his arm out, and Man-Thing grabs him in the head and punches him across the map. I love the special 3 animation, but you guys could have seen it a lot during this video. I end up chopping out most of the special 3s in the latter half of this video just to cut back on time, but I figured the first couple special 3s wouldn't kill you to watch because they're really so far and few between in this part of the video, so I didn't think it was that big of a deal. But next up, we're waiting on this dude to drop the special 2. He's really annoying because he's just being, kind of a butthole. He won't throw it. Now we're rooted, and now he throws it while we're rooted because we have that passive disorient. It does a really solid amount to our block, but we just drop our special 2, and we're back above a bar of power again, so I could just throw a special 1 if I wanted. I dex the special 1, charge the heavy, we get a little rejuvenate, get some regen, and boom, so he's gone. Next up, we're fighting Terrax. Man-Thing is a half counter to Terrax because he's armor break immune, but he's not really dealing with the energy damage that Terrax's rock field deals to you. But Man-Thing has a really solid amount of regen on his special 1, or on all his special attacks when he's below 50% health. So if you pair that with the rejuvenate from the relic, you could really increase the amount you regen while under 50%. So Man-Thing is actually a really sustainable quester because you could be at this point where every time you launch a special, you're alternating between gaining a fury buff and gaining a regen buff, which I think is really cool. Terrax drops his special 2. We avoid it, we just dash in with our special 2, and we're back at a special 2 again. We drop another special 2, and now we kind of gotta wait for the poisons to stick him out, and he's done. So we get a little regen there from the heavy charge, and he's gone. So really solid fight there, and we're moving on to another quest here. I think I showed Spidey Supreme off in this quest, solely due to him being really good for this lane. But yeah, this is Hale and Hardy, Vigorous Assault, and a couple other nodes. But essentially, every other hit you do, wait, no, it's not every other hit. I think it's every time you pass a bar of power, they gain a regen. Yeah, that's what it is. And then they're unblockable while they have the regen. And this is just Mystic Dispersion fuel for Man-Thing because your Mystic Dispersion fuels your power, but that also fuels the node, which gives the opponent more regen buffs. So it's just this loop where you keep gaining buffs to nullify and power back, and it's a really fun combo when it lines up. But Kamala Khan has too many buffs, so we got pushed to our special 3. So this is where we start skipping them because they become pretty frequent. So now we just need to drop our special 2 and we get it, and we are able to get in, throw it, and back at another special 3. So our special 2 gave us more power than we actually used, which I think is really cool. Right there, I did the little heavy charge thing because we knew it was safe because I was unstoppable. And yeah, now we are pretty much cooking with gas. Sadly, Kamala Khan is poison immune, so we're not really going to get the nice poison damage. I kind of wish he had something that allowed him to deal like extra armor break potency by a little bit to Cosmics who are poison immune, because there are quite a few Cosmics who are poison immune who Man-Thing would be a great counter for. But yeah, so next up we have Star-Lord. This is probably my favorite fight of the video. Same nodes as before, but we just get into this amazing special 2 loop, and you guys will see it's pretty great. So we start the fight with a special 1 here, so we get those 4 toxic buffs. So since we have him in the corner, we could heavy charge and nullify those buffs, shoot us to our special 2, and now we just get in this loop where it's constant nullify off the special 2. It's a lot of fun. Man-Thing is so much fun when you can line up stuff like this, because yeah, you guys can see like those are some really solid medium attacks. He was dealing 10,000 damage, 12,000 damage on one of them. That was 9,000 on that one. But yeah, now we're in this loop where we just cycle special 2s and easy game, easy life. It's really cool. I love his design so much. The way he nullifies buffs is interesting because when he nullifies them, he gains Mystic Dispersion, but he doesn't nullify them just like get rid of them right away. He like let's say there's the regen buffs here. When he nullifies off the special 2, those buffs become a toxic buff. And then when you, the next to the special 2 will nullify the toxic buff, which is why he's like gaining more power than he uses with Mystic Dispersion. It's just a really, really, really cool design. And I know I said really a lot there, but it's one of my favorite things about Man-Thing. It's amazing. It's really cool how he could just loop specials over and over and over again. Like right there, like we're just constantly psyching specials. Right there, you get hit by Silver Surfer Special 1. I missed the dex. It is what it is. Drop another Special 2. We're gonna drop another one. It's amazing. Like if Man-Thing was just a little bit safer to plan with in war, I would love to send him as an attacker. I remember there used to be a node where Man-Thing was like the ultimate counter to it. I think it was Chitinous Thorns on the old Node 46. Chitinous Thorns, and it was some strike counter node. But Man-Thing completely ignored the Chitinous Thorns because he's bleed immune. He also has armor break, so he can remove the armor. And he also generates his own power through Mystic Dispersion, so you're never worrying about strike counter. So it's just, he's really cool, and he's a lot of fun when he works, but he's kind of tough to plan. That's why mine's on defense all the time. Next up, we have this Foresight and Power Sting lane. Every time you gain a bar of power, you gain a Power Sting debuff, and you have to intercept to place that on the opponent. And then the opponent takes less damage, unless they're inflicted with a Power Sting effect. Then they'll take full damage. So this is not like a great lane for Man-Thing on paper, but it works. It actually works decently well. The Unstoppable buff fuels our Mystic Dispersion, and Man-Thing's his animations are actually pretty solid for intercepting. I really like intercepting with his light attack because he kind of just like smacks the opponent. He doesn't like fall on them like his medium attack, but the first light is kind of like a slap. I love it. So it works perfectly for intercepting is what I'm trying to say. So now I dropped the Special 3. I'm pretty sure he's Power Stung right now, and yeah, he is. So now we've got the full damage. We dropped the heavy here, and now we're dealing some decent damage. We got to get the Foresight back on, and we do. Drop the Special 2. What you can do with Man-Thing when they have like Unstoppable active, you could use the Special 2 to nullify it and turn it to a toxic buff, which is pretty cool. Because if it's the only buff on them and he launches Special 2, he'll nullify that as soon as he hits them, which means they're no longer unstoppable, so you don't have to worry about it. Next up we have Sam Cap on these same nodes, and Man-Thing's not the greatest counter to Sam Cap. He has Armor Break, which helps prevent Sam's auto block, but you know, it's not the easiest fight in the world, especially because you know, this dude's a little annoying. You can't really push him to a special 2 unless you're like fully committed to dexing it, because if you eat the special 2 on the block while he has you locked on, you will melt, and it's not a fun time. I learned that the hard way in Alliance War. But yeah, right here we just gotta try to get our intercept in. We're trying our hardest to get the intercept in so we can get the foresight, just to increase the amount of damage we deal on our special 3. But yeah, and we're now we got it. There we go. And skip the special 3. I don't like playing with the special 3 skip on, but I will gladly skip these special 3s for you guys while editing. I feel like it looks better from a viewer standpoint. Right there we get the nice little intercept like I was talking about with the light attack. And yeah, it allows us to pass those power stings onto him. And yeah, now we just need him to play into us. We get the little light smack intercept. I love it. It's one of my favorite animations Man-Thing has, and I love all his animations. His special 1 is amazing because he rips off his arm, throws it at the opponent, and then regrows the arm. Right there, I just didn't care that I was going to get hit because I was unstoppable. So I know I could end up blocking afterwards, and then Sam can't crit. He can only deal bursts of damage when he crits. And he's just, yeah, his damage isn't that great, so I really was not worried. But yeah, now he's at his special 2, so I just need to get an intercept, drop our couple combos, and boom, he's done. So last fight that we have here is White Mags, and this is a fun one because of all the prowess buffs. It allows us to cycle special 2s pretty frequently, but we have to intercept a lot because every time we gain a bar of power, obviously we gain a power sting. So it's just this juggling game where we gotta like intercept and then drop a special, then intercept, drop a special. So we got the special 3 off there after another light intercept, and now we're back at a special 2 because our heavy nullified everything. And see, right there, I could have nullified the unstoppable if I was just a little bit quicker. But you know, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. Right there we get an intercept, I get another intercept. I hope I can get another one. I didn't. He, you know, ends up throwing a special 1 and then going unstoppable. We just need to pass this power sting onto him right now, and we get it with that light attack, and we bait that special 1, then we drop the special 3. Actually, no, we don't drop the special 3. I don't know why. We drop the special 3 now. This footage is kind of old, so I'm kind of unfamiliar with it. I gathered it a while back. I've just been kind of lazy with videos, guys. I apologize if you guys have been looking forward to them. I've just been kind of busy with work. I've been working quite a bit, so if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by hitting like, subbing if you're new, comment what you think about Man-Thing, and I will see you guys for the next video or stream. Peace out.